than coming from Mombasa to the airport because of the road. And I'm sure the people who flew back to Mombasa, they reached before I reached here. So my apology, please accept. Father Ponziano, the father who said the mass today, the chair of the BOM chair, Madam Principal and your teachers, the parents who are here, and students, good afternoon. Bwana Yesu asifiwe. Nafikiria tuko hapa, from what I see on this paper, it's a Thanksgiving ceremony. And when we give thanks, it means something good has happened. Sindio? Last year, it was a difficult year for everybody. It was the first time in our lifetime, and I hope this will never happen again, that the whole world came to a standstill because of a disease that threatened to wipe out the whole humanity. And this disrupted so many things. And now when we see that the little time that we had on our hands, that our children came back to school, the teachers were dedicated to prepare them to sit for an exam within a very short time. This is something that we must all celebrate and thank God for it. It is nothing but a sheer determination of people who are determined to succeed and do something better for their own lives. So for that, I want to congratulate the 2020 class, Form 4 class, and I also want to encourage the teachers and thank you very much for preparing the learners, and the parents for also being, careful and taking care of these young people when they were at home that time, because that long, almost a whole year sitting in the house is not an easy thing. We have seen so many things that has happened during that period. Many students ended up not going back to school. You saw last year when the minister was releasing results, he said about 12,000 students, their whereabouts is not known, which is a very big setback for this country, because we have lost 12,000 is not a very small number. It's a number that must make us start being careful about what we do. When we celebrate something, we want to encourage those who have been there, and then encourage those who are still there, that you can improve and do better than the last class. The last class had their challenges, but this year we hope that the learning will not be disrupted. We shall have a smooth learning, and as even the government prepares, I see the minister trying to now go back to the calendar. But for us to go back, we must now get the classes that have, they stood back to clear their way so that the other classes can come and resume the normal school calendar. So that one we must also still work together and work and make sure that we deliver all this. I know some of the students who are here have come through because we have helped them to be here. I remember Father coming to my office with 4 names. When we paid for 4 names, he came back and said, "Can you pay for 2 more?" And he kept on coming, but I told him, "Father, don't worry, you just keep coming. Don't worry, don't be, usikuwe na wasiwasi. As long as the students who I need, we need to support them." And we said we will support them all the way to the examination. And what you have done, the school is getting very good support. I've seen a very good team here of teachers and the support staff. And that shows that actually we're in a good place. And as the BOM chair said, this must be a center of excellence. We are ready to take off, and we want to bring our children here. We want parents to have confidence, those parents who come from within this region, to have confidence to bring their children here without any worries, because you know they'll be in good hands and they'll come out. You've heard there were 16 students, 7 are going to university. That is almost 50% of the numbers that sat for Form 4. And I'm sure with the 100% transition, nobody is going to fall out. All of them will transit to the next level. And we are encouraging that we should never talk about failure. We just talk about people transiting to the next level, at the level where they have qualified. Sindio? You know, the past government that came, they almost destroyed these middle level colleges. But now those middle colleges are back. We were all, you know, everybody wanted to set up a university. We can't all go to university. And you have seen of late, when you want to look for a plumber, you want to look for an electrician, you want to look, you know, those people who go to university, they will design, but they will not implement. How they design, somebody else in the Ochieng. So we want to have all these levels of graduates. And these are the way you see the countries that have developed have got all levels of people qualified to do certain things. So that when I've done something, somebody else will do the rest to finish. And that's why we are having colleges like this one, technical colleges, schools. We used to have them. I remember when we were growing up, this Kabete, which is now a national polytechnic, used to be a technical school, and many, many others. So we want just to encourage that this is the way to go. We want to encourage our parents, our children to come here. And I think 16 is a very good number, because when you have 16 students in a class, that means that you know each one of them. You know their strength and you know their weakness, and which means we can work very hard to improve on what they are doing. And that's why maybe those results come out of that determination, that somebody knew that this is her strength, this is her weakness, and they can work on it. So sometimes when you have a very large number, a teacher may not know all the students. But with that small number, you can know each and every student, everything. You mark the examination, you can come back and sit and correct. I remember when we were in school, we used to have a physics teacher. If he's teaching and you are not understanding, he'll isolate you and sit with you until you have understood that, whatever he was teaching. Then he will release you. So we know very well that teachers, most teachers who are taking care of our children, they are not just there because it's a job, but they are there because it's a vocation, it's a calling. And that's why you see some of them take so much care when a child is not coming to school. And I want to encourage our boys and girls, the only way to succeed, you must be disciplined, you must be a good timekeeper, and you must always be obedient to your instructors. Not just here, even at home, because learning starts at home. If you don't obey your parents, don't pretend to come and obey somebody else outside your home. So everything starts from home and comes out up to here. And for us, leaders, we are here to protect and take care of our young. You know, this is the future of this nation. So we must give them a foundation to prepare them, because soon as we shall exit from the scene, and they have to take over. And for them to take over, they must be well prepared. So St. Joseph technical secondary school, I want to congratulate you for doing very well in the examination. Those students who did last year, nasema hongera, na muendelee, don't stop there, continue until you achieve whatever you have wanted to be in life. Sawa sawa. Sometimes something that has been missing is something called career development. Sometimes we used to be, when we were in high school, before you go to college, we used to have career masters who will come and tell us about the career choice, which one you want to take. Not all of us just, you cannot all run, you want to be a teacher, you want to be a doctor, you have to be guided properly. So that when you leave, when you are going to do that course, you are ready to do that. Because sometimes you can have the marks, you can have the combination to do that, but your heart is not there. So maybe your parents want you to go this direction, but and your teacher knows that maybe you'll be better suited somewhere else. So that is something that we need always to work on and prepare them and tell these young fellows that yes, you want to be this, but we know your strength is here. Maybe if you went to this direction, you'll do better. And that's something that we need also to develop about our young people. And lastly, learning is also about reading. Learning is about many things. Because in school, we learn, we improve our knowledge, but we also learn many other things. We learn, we become good people, the character is shaped, and many other things, so that when you live here, it's not just about education. When you go there out, you apply the things you have learned in school, so that you can now bring change. And you see, when you are out there, you are called upon to do certain things that you may have never been taught in school. But because your capacity of understanding things is much better, you will be able to do it. You will be able to apply the reality outside there. So when you're in school, that is what you're supposed to do. Learn, improve your understanding, and then appreciate other things. Yeah? Because ukienda nje, useme mimi sikufundishwa hiyo, utapewa hiyo kazi na utaifanya. So sometimes it becomes about of your creativity and also your innovation. So that when you become that kind of person, you'll become creative and you'll come up with new ideas that maybe were not even there. So that is why today, you see, we are embracing technology. And technology is even taking them to the next level. So maybe by the time you finish college, something new will have come up. And all of us, we are still on a learning process. Every day, when I take my phone, I open a phone, I learn something new. When you open your computer, you learn something new. And every day, these things are going to be there. Sawa. Mungu awabariki, na mimi niko hapa kucelebrate na nyinyi your achievement. And we are not just celebrating our students. We celebrate what the parents have done. We have celebrated what the teachers have achieved. We celebrate what the school has done. And all this round, all of us are winners. Those who are going to university, those who are not going, all of us are winners. So, Mungu awabariki, endelea kuwa na hiyo imani, na tuendelee kuweka imani yetu kwa Mungu, na tuendelee kuwa na discipline. Because discipline is the key to success. And as Mheshimiwa Maurice alisema, education is an equalizer. With education, we are all equal. It just sets you to go at different levels and go different direction. You achieve as much as you want because you have education. And with education, you can go anywhere and fit. Nobody can steal that from you. You can go anywhere in the world and you'll become useful to that place where you have gone. And that's why we have so many of our citizens who are working abroad. And this is the last thing I want to say. Please, our job market is very small. Learn and have an open mind. Parents, release your children. When they want to fly and go outside the country, let us release them. Let them go and experience something else there. Let them go and work in other countries and come back. It is allowed now, and we are having many countries coming to recruit people here. I know recently in Rwanda, they were changing from French to English. They came to look for teachers here in Kenya to go and teach them English there. In many other countries, you go hospitality industry, you find people from Kenya. You go to South Africa, to Botswana, you find our doctors, our nurses, our engineers. Many of them are working there. They're from here because of our good education. So let us maintain the standards of our education, and let us keep, working hard to improve on what we have. Kwa hivyo, because it's late, I've come late, I don't want to tire you. I know you have been sitting here the whole day. Once more, I say, pole for me coming late, but it's better late than never. Asanteni sana na mbarikiwe.
Makofi kwa Mheshimiwa Tim Wanyonyi.